Tencent's new AI model thinks way faster than ChatGPT or DeepSeek, and Inception Labs just introduced Mercury, a completely revolutionary approach to generating text that's blowing past everything else on the market. Then there's OpenAI's GPT-4.5, but it's not what you might expect. And finally, we've got Octave, a text-to-speech model that's giving AI genuine emotional intelligence. AI is evolving at breakneck speed, so let's dive into these game changers. Let's kick things off with Tencent's latest powerhouse, Hunyuan Turbo S, launched on February 27th. This model is marketed as a fast-thinking AI, which stands in stark contrast to the slow-thinking models like DeepSeek R1 and Hunyuan T1 that we've grown accustomed to. Here's the thing, most large language models take a couple of seconds to process before answering your questions. It's that moment when you see the blinking cursor or the thinking animation. Turbo S, however, is engineered to respond almost instantaneously, effectively doubling the speaking speed and slashing initial latency by an impressive 44%. We're talking about near-instant responses. No more watching your AI think line by line while you impatiently wait for an answer. Turbo S relies on a Hybrid-Mamba transformer fusion architecture. This isn't just marketing jargon. This innovative approach dramatically reduces the computational complexity typically associated with standard transformer structures. It also decreases KV cache usage during inference, making both training and inference significantly more cost-effective. Tencent explains that their hybrid design specifically tackles the high costs of pure transformer architectures when processing longer texts. By combining Mamba's efficiency with long sequences and the transformer's context-capturing strengths, they've created a model that handles massive memory loads while remaining surprisingly cost-efficient. It's like getting the best of both worlds in one package. According to Tencent, this marks the first successful application of Mamba architecture to a super-large MOE mixture of experts model without sacrificing performance. The bottom line for businesses, lower deployment costs for enterprises and faster experiences for users. That's a win-win situation any way you look at it. Turbo S isn't just a standalone product, it's part of Tencent's broader Hunyuan ecosystem, positioned as the foundational model powering everything from code generation to inference tasks and long text processing. It's clear they're building something much bigger than just a single model. For developers and enterprise users itching to try it, you can already access Hunyuan Turbo S through Tencent Cloud's API, free for about a week. After the trial, pricing stands at 0.8 yuan per million tokens for input and 2 yuan per million tokens for output. If you're on Tencent's Yuan B platform, you can test it in grayscale by selecting the Hunyuan model and disabling deep thinking, a clever way to test drive this cutting-edge system without committing to a full implementation. Now let's talk about Inception Labs' Mercury, a genuine paradigm shift that has the potential to completely transform how we think about text generation. Mercury is billed as the first commercial diffusion-based language model, DLLM. If you're thinking, wait, isn't diffusion for images and videos? You'd typically be right. Think Midjourney or OpenAI's Sora. But Mercury applies a coarse-to-fine approach to generate text in parallel, rather than predicting tokens one by one like traditional LLMs do. It's essentially reimagining the fundamental approach to how AI generates language. The headline claim, Mercury runs up to 10 times faster than classic sequential language models. That's not an incremental improvement, that's a quantum leap. According to Inception Labs, we're looking at generation speeds exceeding 1,000 tokens per second on NVIDIA H100 GPUs. For context, you'd normally need specialized hardware, like Grok or Cerebras accelerators, to achieve anything close to that throughput with conventional models. Mercury's diffusion trick starts with a rough draft of text and refines it simultaneously across all parts, rather than building it word by word. Imagine customer service AI that responds instantly, or code assistants that generate entire functions in the blink of an eye. Even respected AI figures like Andrei Karpathy are taking notice, calling Mercury's diffusion approach an intriguing departure from conventional autoregressive techniques. Let's shift gears to OpenAI's GPT 4.5, the latest iteration in the GPT lineup that's been dominating headlines. Now officially launched, GPT 4.5 delivers notable improvements in contextual understanding, emotional nuance, and advanced problem-solving capabilities. OpenAI has also invested heavily in reducing hallucinations, those bizarre moments when AI simply makes things up, and better aligning with human feedback. For developers familiar with previous GPT versions, GPT 4.5 promises to be considerably more reliable out of the box, with fewer unexpected responses or confidence in incorrect information. It's initially available to ChatGPT Pro users and developers via API, with broader rollout planned soon for the general public. Like its predecessor, the model is multimodal, handling text, images, and file processing, and multilingual, excelling at generating and understanding content across multiple languages. This is particularly valuable for global teams and international deployments, where language barriers have traditionally limited AI adoption. A major highlight is GPT-4.5's use of advanced training methods like reinforcement learning from human feedback, RLHF, helping it better align responses with user expectations and intentions. It also leverages scalable alignment techniques, effectively learning from curated datasets while maintaining high operational efficiency. It also integrates seamlessly with APIs, enabling advanced function calls and workflow automation. For example, you could ask GPT 4.5 to call a database, parse the results, and deliver a structured final answer, all without having to write the glue code yourself. It's available across web, mobile, and desktop platforms, exclusively for Pro users initially, but with expansion to additional user tiers in the coming weeks. For enterprises wanting early access, OpenAI suggests now is the ideal time, as they're prioritizing robust, reliable features for business applications that can deliver immediate value. Finally, let's explore HumAI's Octave, a groundbreaking text-to-speech model that could fundamentally change how we interact with AI-generated voices. Released on February 26, Octave differs from conventional TTS systems by interpreting not just the text itself, but also the context and emotional undertones. While traditional TTS typically reads words with flat or generic prosody, think of the robotic voices we've all experienced. Octave aims to produce output that authentically captures the emotional nuance of your input. HumAI focuses on bridging the gap between mechanical-sounding voices and authentic human communication. If you're developing virtual assistants, automated customer support, or accessibility tools, Octave's ability to convey context and personality could be revolutionary. Imagine customer service lines that actually sound sympathetic when you're frustrated, or virtual assistants that can express excitement when delivering good news. The model offers extensive customization options for fine-tuning emotional delivery, particularly valuable for interactive storytelling or brand-specific voice personas. Want your brand's virtual assistant to sound professional yet warm? Octave can help you dial in that exact emotional tone to match your brand identity. Under the hood, Octave employs advanced natural language processing and speech synthesis techniques, with primary emphasis on emotional context. According to HumAI, this approach distinguishes Octave from other TTS systems that prioritize clarity and speed over nuanced expression. It's not just about what is said, but how it's said. Just like in human communication, Octave potentially opens doors to novel creative applications. Imagine podcasts or audiobooks with voices that adjust mood based on narrative, or educational tools that vary tone to maintain student engagement. These applications could transform entertainment and learning experiences by making them feel more natural and engaging. Hume is offering users the opportunity to experiment with Octave on their platform, suggesting they're actively seeking real-world feedback for ongoing refinement. This collaborative approach might help them fine-tune the model for specific use cases and emotional contexts that their internal testing might have missed. It's been an extraordinary week for AI advancements, showing just how rapidly the field is evolving. Which of these developments excites you most? Are you planning to try any of them? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and if you're new here, don't forget to subscribe for more updates on all things AI and tech. Stay curious, and I'll see you in the next video.